Crop protection technology, which includes all pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, fungicides as well as biotechnology products, helps control the thousands of weed species, harmful insects and numerous plant diseases that afflict crops. Without these important crop protection and pest control technologies, food production would decline, many fruits and vegetables would be in short supply, and the price of food would probably rise. But these agrochemicals do actually have an effect on the fruits and vegetables that are produced at the time of harvesting. According to the National Environment Management Authority (NEMA), over 300 pesticide formulations are used, and the norm is that people always opt for the cheap ones, such as the organochlorines, to control weeds and pests. This indicates a significant and varied load of toxic chemicals. However, they have dangerous properties that are toxic and can accumulate in the food chain to undesirable levels.
There are instructions on the containers, but usually when they get to the farms, unless they're equipped with enough knowledge to know the mixing ratios, they're bound to misuse them. But sometimes we find that the mixing ratios are not actually mixed to the right amount because the instructions given verbally by the farmer or the owner of the farm were not understood given the education standard of the person.
The pesticides are sprayed usually on top of the plants, and many of these plants depend on insects for pollination. However, the pesticides kill insects, which impairs reproduction. But it is mainly the fruits and vegetables that are affected because the farmer seeks a bumper harvest where crops grow in a period of 3 months.
And sometimes the instructions are that spray a week or 2 weeks before harvest, but they want to do it fast, so they spray it before harvest. And there are instances where they spray after harvest while in the store because they think it gives them protection. And so when you do that, there is no time for the agrochemical to break down to safer levels.
Previous studies by the Kawanda Research Center indicate that traces of pesticides have been found in some fruits and vegetables, but it is yet to establish just how deep the chemicals penetrate the crops. The studies are done using a gas chromatography machine, usually abbreviated as a GC machine, that tests various fruit samples.
There are some agrochemicals, especially dithan, when they spray it on tomatoes in a store and you see them in the market, you see a thin layer of like dust. It's a layer of white stuff. That's a sure sign that your fruit or your tomato has been sprayed with an agrochemical, but in store.
While spraying the pesticides, some penetrate into the soil as cloud droplets and vapors, consequently affecting the quality of soils that eventually run off as water when it rains. As a result, the high doses destroy microorganisms and colonize their subject.
They usually end up in our food products. And when they do that, it means that our lives are in danger, meaning that they have, some of them are known to be cancerous, they cause cancer. The extent to which they do that has not been determined as per now in this country, but we know from other literature that many of them, if mishandled or eaten in large quantities, they can cause cancer.
Both researched and non-researched policies by agencies like NEMA and the Ministry of Health discourage the use of pesticides and promote alternatives to farmers. However, agrochemicals have contributed largely to the improvement of agriculture production through eliminating pests in many crops. Craig Kadoda, NTV Eco Talk.